Yes, people, this is happening. This is happening right now. Why? There's got some real funky thing moving down, getting down. There's a whole lot of real. Can't sing that low. Yeah. All right, people. It's Tuesday morning. There's a lot of crap going on. We got to keep ourselves focused, and we got to get into the funk, and then we got to get out of the funk, and we got to get into the groove. Can you guys hear a little parliament in the background? Not even sure if that's coming through on the speaker here. Tell me if it is. Give me a little comment. Give me a little amen. I'm wearing this hat just for you, you know. Actually, no, I'm wearing it for myself. That's a lie. Totally wearing it for myself. So what we're talking about this morning, something we started talking about last week, which is how to get out of a funk, because you guys blew my minds last week. Last Thursday, I posted, how do you get out of a funk? I was having a wretched day. Wretched day. And I posted that one question, which, by the way, was courtesy of my podcasting friend and business dynamo, Katie Kremitzos from Biz Women Rock. And you guys posted 141 comments about how to get out of a funk. 141 comments. It was one of the best threads I've ever read on Facebook, if I do say so myself. But that was because of you, not because of me. Everybody sharing these vulnerable, generous ways to move that energy, to get out of that funk and to start to feel better. That was amazing. It was like a community meeting out of nowhere. Absolutely extraordinary. And that inspired me, of course, to wear the hat. It's an animated hat. It goes with me. Because why not? That's right, Nelson. You press that like button, buddy. Let's do this. All right. Gonna turn this mother out. That's right. So I wanted to share with you some of my favorite things that came out of that whole conversation about getting out of a funk. So I'm going to pause George here for a minute. A little parliament pause. Because this was just so great. We all have these moments, right? Or days or weeks, months, maybe. That sometimes we feel like the world is falling down around us, and there's a lot of crap going on, and there's a lot of crap going on right now in this world. And even when we're taking things very seriously and in serious action, though, we've got to keep our energy up. We've got to keep those juices flowing, and we need to stay connected with each other, because otherwise we start to feel isolated, and when we feel isolated, we start to get all shriveled up, and we start to get inside our heads, and this is a dangerous neighborhood between these two sides here. Mine's even more dangerous because of the hat. So how do we keep that energy flowing? How do we keep it going? Well, there's 141 ways on my Facebook page right now that people have shared that they get out of a funk. I wanted to share with you a couple of my favorites that kind of showed up on the page. So here's a couple that really stood out to me. And don't be sad if I don't share yours. I'm actually going to be making that whole thread, which was public anyway, I'm making it a permanent post on my website so that people can continue to add to it and they can continue to access it. It's really, really cool. And yes, Nelson, IHOP is a good way to get out of a funk because of the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. I got it, my friend. I am pro Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. I kind of look like one right now, okay? All right, so different ways to get out of funk. Here's some of my favorites. It depends on the kind of funk. Work more, create more. Sleep regularly and in a black room. It's actually kind of important for melatonin and serotonin productions and brain rest. Get up at sunrise. Cut sugar, grains, and beans. Exercise several times a day. Move a lot. Have a lot of sex. Yay. Call the people you love. All right? This one was one of my absolute favorites. I think I'm going to get this tattooed or make a meme out of it or something if I ask permission to do this. Identify the funk. Get your funk swatter, swat the funk out of it. Whoopsh, swat that funk. Make candles. Get on the floor with my dog and do stuff to make her smile. Pets are an automatic stress reducer for us, unless they're tearing stuff up. Then they're a stress increaser, but mostly they're a stress reducer. Watch bad TV to appreciate my life. Read your posts. Thank you. Sing, and more singing. That's one of my big go-tos. Play my guitar, ask my husband to hold me, stroke my hair, and tell me that I'm beautiful. That was really lovely and very generous of her to share that. And you know what? why not ask a friend to do that? You know, I mean, I know I have girlfriends I could go to and I'd be like, pet me. You know, we need that contact sometimes. It's might seem childish, but sometimes we need that part of us nurtured. I got a lot of anti-funk moves. Anti-funk moves. Funk-o-matic, yeah. Sometimes I sit on the couch and watch way too much Netflix with buttery popcorn. Sometimes I talk on the phone with someone who's a good listener, or I take a long walk in the woods and talk with the trees. Trees are good listeners. Instant defunk comes from hard exercise, lifting heavy shit, or running hard, usually followed by a good cry. It's totally fine to have that catharsis, and moving our bodies moves that energy. It's such a good idea. Well, my favorite one of the whole thing, though, was from my friend Rick Green. And for those of you who don't know Rick, you should definitely go look up Rick Green and ADHD. He's one of the world experts on adult ADHD. And you might actually know him from being in the Frantics, which was a comedy group from a couple of decades ago. And if you've ever heard the word Ed Gruberman or the term boot to the head, well, that's my friend Rick Green, who is not only funny, but a very wise man. And I appreciated him sharing this. Do something for someone else, other than punch them in the face, which would be my instinctive reaction. I also accept that these times are inevitable. No one is happy all the time. If that was possible, you'd still be as excited about your car or smartphone, job, power tool, dress, couch, big screen TV, etc., that you were on the first day you got it. We're wired for dissatisfaction, and knowing that helps. We're wired to worry and be anxious and imagine the worst. The early humans who weren't wired that way didn't last long. Knowing this helps me not add another layer that something's wrong if I'm in a funk. Then I get up and move, dance, force myself to get out of the house, and even start tidying, doing a dozen small piddly things and then stepping back and appreciating what I've done. Then using that shot of dopamine and serotonin to tackle something else. Create that snowball. And of course, walking, socializing, pets, and a ton of other things can help. This, to me, kind of encapsulated the whole human experience of what it's like to be inside one of these meat suits that we are. I don't remember who said it, but somebody said once, we're here for a good time, not for a long time. So even in the thick of dealing with very serious issues, dealing with politics, dealing with our businesses and our jobs and our families and our children and worries we might have for the future, if we can keep our energy up and we can stay connected with each other and this human experience that we're all having, then I think that we can get a lot more done with a lot more joy and help each other a lot more, and maybe even leave this world, hopefully, a better place than when we found it. So that's kind of my message for you today, and I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being so generous and sharing so vulnerably all these different wonderful ways that we can get ourselves out, keep ourselves going, and continue to grow, so that, like I said, so that we can do better. We always want to do better. And today, what I want to leave you with today and every day, you are enough. You are here for a reason. You are appreciated. You are valued. And I thank you. Have a fantastic week.